So, hi again, everybody. So, let's start this webinar. Just before beginning, can you just let me know if everyone see my screen and hear me correctly? Maybe just a thumbs up or just a signal into the chat just to let me know correctly. Okay, thanks a lot for the thumbs up. So let's start our engine. So go here, take control, and good. So, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depend where you are. Thank you very much for joining us today. Let me introduce myself. My name is Sebastien Cote. For those who don't know me as well, I am the Microsoft Azure Program Manager at IT Cloud. My role is to stimulate Azure activities by supporting the sales team about new partners acquisitions. Through promotion and training, I'm here to demonstrate the benefits of Azure. In short, I act as an ambassador. As a special guest and collaborator, today we will have with us one of our colleagues, Danik Paquet, Infra Cloud Support Technician. Danik specializes in deploying and supporting Azure environments, such as Virtual Desktop. Curious and passionate about new technologies, he will share his knowledge of Microsoft Cloud Security with us today. So, hello, Danik. Can you share a few words with us?
Hello, Sebastian. Thank you for the introduction. A quick word from myself. I've been with IT Cloud for 2.5 years now, and I'm co-presenting a webinar for the very first time. As you probably notice, English is not my first language. To give you an idea, I'm excited and about to pass out at the same time. I'll do my best to stay focused and share some tips with you.
Thank you, Danik. So now let's start our journey about this webinar called Securing Azure, the Essential Guide for MSPs. Ding! We changed the page. So first, expectations. This webinar is for all new MSPs or any new person in the industry with little or no knowledge about Microsoft Secure Score and Defender for Cloud. No expertise is required to follow the slideshow. It's designed for everybody, technical and sales professionals who care about their customer security. In order to give you an idea of the size, the customer reference state during the presentation will be for SMBs type customers, around maybe 10 employees and 3 servers. We will also refer to larger company solution and services from time to time. We will identify them for you during the presentation. For example, Defender for server, plan 1 and plan 2. We will advise during the presentation. This presentation is an introduction. We will see together the beginning of the basic concepts. We want to give you the basic knowledge you need to get started or get stronger foundation of your security Azure practice. After the presentation, you will have a better understanding of the concepts, practice, and benefits. You will have the opportunity to get more ideas and samples to perfect your sales pitch. Also, as much as possible during our presentation, we will try to communicate the right language to you. If specific terms or acronyms are used, we will explain them to you as we go along. Example here, the term SMB, which means small and medium business, and the MSP, which means managed service provider. Our meeting today will be quite simple. For the next approximately 60 minutes that we are going to spend together, we will see, assess and improve your customer's security posture, This one is tough one for me. Prioritize critical action with recommendations. Embed security by design of cloud architecture. Bring measurable added value to your services. Thanks a lot. And for sure, plan and licenses. All of this increased by the presence of our special guest, Danik. Question to increase the pressure a bit. Take note, there is no moderator for the presentation today, so nobody to take a look at the chat. A frequently asked question period is scheduled at the end of this presentation to ensure that we'll answer all your questions. During the presentation, if something goes wrong, like an issue with the audio or the video, just raise your hand through Teams. Oh yes, I forget. During our dry run yesterday, Danik unfortunately ended the webinar presentation right in the middle.
Yeah.
If it ever happens us again today, don't panic. We take everyone out and come back. Simple like that. Okay, Danik?
Yeah. Good.
Sorry, it's too easy. So can we, bingo, we move on. So a little look here to the webinar of our colleague Sylvain Fontaine. Last June, he had the pleasure of presenting the Microsoft tool available to determine and enhance your security posture webinar. We invite you to take a look at it and learn a little more about the Microsoft 365 portion of SecureScore. Because today, as you have understood, we are going to cover the Azure portion of the SecureScore. Just click on scan the QR code to get more information about the webinar. Just move on. The Microsoft SecureScore, integrated with Microsoft 365 and Azure across products and services, called Defender, provides a real-time assessment of security configuration. It identifies compliance gaps, prioritizes recommendations based on their impact, and allows for guided recommendation. As an MSP, you have a strategic role to play in managing your customers' security. With this webinar, which we have put together as a guide, we will show you how to leverage Microsoft SecureScore and the Defender family products and services. At these platforms, product and services will allow you to continuously assess the security posture, prioritize the recommendations, measure progress, and ultimately align with Microsoft best practice. Oh, a memo here from Microsoft. The Microsoft SecureScore is based on a structured approach. Evaluate, recommend, act, and measure. It's a powerful tool for driving security, justifying investments, and building trust between MSPs and clients. In other words, it is a lever to consolidate the security posture of your customers' cloud environment by identifying vulnerabilities, prioritizing corrective actions, and monitoring progress on an ongoing basis. There you have a very good business for a good sales pitch. Thanks a lot, Microsoft. Let's take a look at some concrete examples of recommendation that the SecureScore can address. First example, in a context where user only have their password to secure their login, the action recommended by SecureScore will be enable the MFA. The impact of this corrective measure will be significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access. In a second context, where some accounts have overlay broad roles, like owner or contributor on the resources, the recommended action will be apply the principle of least privilege by Azure rollback, the role-based access control. The impact will be reduce the attack surface, a great thing to know. In last context where virtual machines have known security vulnerability, like with Windows operating system, maybe you are not aware of, but it's true. Somehow, Windows need to be patched regarding the security. The action recommended by Microsoft about that could be use Microsoft Defender to identify and remediate vulnerabilities. The impact of this corrective measure will be reduce the risk, of exploitation. Next one, as our usual presentation style, we will break down our presentation into the following categories. First, for the customer, to assess and improve the security posture and integrate security into the cloud architecture design. Followed for you, the MSP, the partner, you are the IT cloud reseller, to prioritize critical actions through recommendations and bring measurable added value to your services. Let's jump into our first item, into your guide about the famous security posture. I mean, assessing and improving your client security posture. First, we will begin with what is this famous security posture? It refers to an organization's overall level of prep against cybersecurity threats. It includes the policies, the control, the tools, and the practice in place to prevent, detect, and respond to an incident. Why is it important for the customer? For a clear visibility. The client needs to understand where they stand in terms of security. For a risk reduction, by following recommendations, it reduces attack surface. We have a sample about that from a few seconds ago. For a compliance, which helps meet regulatory requirement like ISO, GDPR, and other regulatory concepts. For an easy communication, which is extremely useful for reporting when you negotiate with management or various stakeholders. Third, the role of the MSP in the sport. As you can imagine, for you, the MSP, the Secure Score is a strategic tool. It improves your auditing opportunity for client environment. You can propose personalized action plans. It helps you to justify management services and provide you basis to create regular report to demonstrate your added value. Another memo from Microsoft. The Secure Score provides a clear and objective view of security posture, suggesting measurable security improvement with visible result, all of which translate into a strategic advantage. Well, that pretty much summarizes what we just saw. Thanks a lot, Microsoft. What's next? Ultimately, this concept of security posture is becoming a tool for you, the MSP. It's becoming a business benefit. In other words, an opportunity to position yourself as a trusted advisor to your customer by providing a clear vision and by planning quantifiable and measurable action. In summary, the Secure Score is a strategic tool that sales and technical aspect. Speaking of technical aspects, is precisely the right time to call on Danik to apply a bit of technical of all this sales stuff. So, Danik, what can you tell us about the secure score and this famous security posture?
So it's already my turn? Okay.
Yes.
I'll take the control and all right, I'm on it. So let me switch the slide. So your Microsoft Security Score is a tool that focuses on Microsoft 365 environment. It measures your security posture on elements such as authentication, data, device, and access. Secure Score provide a numerical score, recommendation, and a logic of point to be earned based on action taken, such as enabling the MFA, strengthening the external sharing, or managing access right. There we go. So here we see the dashboard. It's an easy to understand dashboard. So the Secure Score tool is much more than a simple report. It's a continuous improvement tool that operates in real time. The process is simple. The tool continuously and automatically analyzes security configuration. It identifies compliance gap and provide recommendation. But what's crucial is that it ranked them by their security impact. Finally, remediation is guided and can even be automated from the portal. So I'll take the little laser here. So the security level is that part here. So I will talk more about that in the training tomorrow. I will explain all those key feature. So the curve over the last 90 days and distribution point. So this here, you can see if you have increased your security or decreased it, or if you're stable like this one here. Then the action to review are right here. The action to take is here. So it's only a quick recap here of the action you need to take. And it's all the critical ones that are there. Here you have the comparison between other same size tenant as yours. So here we can see that we're pretty close in size from a same size with same license tenant. Here we're going to see the recommended action in the next slide. So recommended action and action completed. These slides provide an immediate overview of the security posture of a Microsoft 365 environment. On the right, you can see the breakdown of security point by category, such as identity, data, device, or application. This is a great way to quickly identify priority areas for your next action. As an MSP, this view helps you to make initial diagnosis and guide your response plan. I'll show you this in more detail in the next slide. Let's go next slide, please. Here we go. I like this one. So let's take that fictive example with an initial score of 32%. By enabling MFA for administrator, we obtain a 11% gain. Then by blocking automatic email forwarding, we add another 11%. Finally, by applying retention policy, it's an additional 8%. With a few simple actions, the score increased to 62%, which represent a significant improvement in security posture. These actions are easy to implement and provide almost immediate value. And I'm saying again, almost immediate value, because the score will not change automatically. You can expect a 24 hours delay before it is updated. And also, the exact gain may vary depending on your Microsoft 365 environment, active license, and existing configuration. So here we go.
We'll take back the control.
Yep. Yes, it's up to you. Sorry, Sebastian. Yep.
That's correct. Thanks a lot.
I just had a glitch.
Yeah, sometimes happen. So we are in direct. So thanks a lot, Danik, about those information. So second item in our guide about integrated security. I mean integrated security into the cloud architecture design. Where is my mouse? Just over here. Why integrated security is a pillar of security posture? Because it enables greater consistency, reduce the cost, and faster response to the threats. Yes, there are a variety of third-party services that can integrate more or less well with Azure and propose similar services. However, integrated security native to Azure means that protection mechanisms are directly integrated into Azure services without requiring configuration and manipulation from the external. Why is it strategic for MSP client? We are talking about faster and secure deployment. Secure environment from the start, deploying solutions with just a few mouse clicks. Reduce human error thanks to automation and built-in policies. Centralized visibility. All tools are accessible by the same Azure portal, which means less training and learning for technician. All alignment with security standards. A third memo from our friends at Microsoft. With Azure, security is not a secondary option. It must be built in by design, allowing customers to focus on their day-to-day operation while knowing their data and system are protected. Is so true. It's why we have this webinar today to talk about that. What exactly are these key components of integrated security in Azure? We are talking about first the RBAC, the role-based access control with granular permission management, with the application of the principle of least privilege. In second, we talk about the native data encryption. This includes encryption at rest and in transit. After, the integrated network security. This includes the NSG, the Network Security Group, the Azure Firewall, and also the DDoS protection feature, native, which are included or and optional as needed, which can be added. The best practice, resource segmentation and isolation. Next, the identity and access with Entra ID and the MFA for sure, the multi-factor authentication. And of course, the last one, the conditional access. In summary, it's a range of security components integrated through various Azure services, which are key for you, MSPs, to secure your client environment from the design stage. Danik, will you able to come and support me on this topic? I'm right about everything I just talked about?
That's spot on, Sebastien. Now let me paint the picture for you. I'll take back the control. So, Defender for Cloud. What Defender for Cloud does? Cloud Security Posture Management, CSPM solution. It analyzes the security of Azure, hybrid, and multi-cloud, AWS, and GCP environment. And don't be afraid, we're not going to talk about AWS or GCP today, neither tomorrow. So we're good. We're going to stay focused on Azure. It detects threat in real time, access vulnerabilities, and recommends remediation action. Here, the dashboard, unlike the Secure Score, Microsoft Defender for Cloud has a much broader scope. It aims at cloud infrastructure in Azure. This is what we call a CSPM solution, or Cloud Security Posture Management. This type of tool allows you to detect misconfiguration, propose fixes, and monitor compliance. Defender for Cloud goes further. It provides real-time threat alerts, vulnerability, scanning, and compliance report. If I summarize, SecureScore and Defender for Cloud, they are two complementary tools. SecureScore helps you to strengthen Microsoft 365, and Defender for Cloud support you in securing your cloud environment. Here, now let's look at the RBAC roles. What does that acronym RBAC stand for? It's Role-Based Access Control. When creating an Azure environment, it's important to define the RBAC role right away to ensure clear security based on the principle of least privilege. This can be done by user and also my preferred way to do it by security group. The slides show how RBAC can be configured from the start in Azure. In the first image, we choose the role to assign. Here is the read cost management. In the second image, we select who will have this role, user or group. And in the third, we define whether the role is active at all time or temporary. Several combinations can be made. In short, by doing this from the start, we maintain control, limit error, and establish a good security foundation. Now, let's do a quick review of the native data encryption. Basically, here are the three encryption methods available for your disk. Platform managed key. Azure automatically handles the encryption. You don't have to manage anything. This is the default, simple, and secure method for most scenarios. The second one, it's the customer managed key. Here, you or your organization provide and control the encryption key. This provides more control, for example, if you have specific regulatory or internal requirement. The third one, it's platform managed and customer managed, both modes together. This is a combination of two. Azure encrypt data with its own key and add a layer with your key. This option is ideal for highly sensitive environment with double protection. The famous NSG. So here we are talking about NSG, or Network Security Group. Basically, it is a bit like a firewall built into Azure, but at the network level. It allows you to clearly say, this type of traffic is allowed to pass, or no, I'm blocking it. You can apply them either to a VM directly or to an entire subnet. So you don't need to redo it for each resources if you want to manage it globally. The rules are super simple. You define the source or destination IP, the port, the protocol, and you choose whether you want to allow or block. And a little tip, the rules are prioritized by number. The lower it is, the higher it is. So if you have a deny rules with a higher priority, then you allow rule, well, it'd be a block. The great thing is that it's free and it's native to Azure and it's quick to set up. Frankly, it's a solid foundation for securing your environment even before considering more advanced firewall. Starting with NSG is already a big step into the right direction. Now the MFA. My favorite part is the MFA one. So MFA, or multi-factor authentication, is now the standard for securing access. A password is no longer enough. You need a second proof, like a mobile app, a code, or a notification. By default, Microsoft can automatically enable MFA via what's called security default. It's simple, free, and it activates MFA for all admin and user account. Essentially, the security default is a conditional access that cannot be altered. In the box number 3, here, Microsoft explained that enabling security default automatically, MFA for everyone, and it's massively reduced the risk of hacking. Microsoft estimates that 99.9% of attacks could be blocked with MFA. Now, the conditional access. If you need more flexibility, security, you can use the conditional access policy. Microsoft already offers 4 conditional access policy that you can then create your own. So as you see here, created by Microsoft, and you can create your own by user. For example, you can say, I want user outside of Canada to be blocked from signing in. In short, with MFA and conditional access, you have a real security engine, and it's an essential zero trust tool. The idea is to always verify, no matter who the user is or where they are. Back to you, Sebastian.
Great. Thanks a lot, Danik, for your very clear explanation and recommendations. So, where is my mouse? Just over there. Click on the button. Here we go. Next item into our guide for partner now about the critical action. Just move on. I mean, with recommendations, we can prioritize these famous critical action. Here we go. Why prioritize critical action? In a cloud environment, threats are many and involving. It is therefore impossible to do everything at the same time. The secure score helps identify the action with the greatest impact using quantifiable and measurable actions. Concrete example for our client, we listed a few examples earlier. Take, for example, when the multi-factor authentication is not enabled. By enabling MFA, you will automatically increase your score and significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access. Added value for MSP, this concept helps you create a structured action plan to offer to your clients. All this provide a clear justification for prioritize and managed service, the basic concept of MSPs for sure. In conclusion, you will be able to provide monitoring of improvement over time, before and after. Microsoft has one more memo to share with us. With Secure Score, you are no longer flying blindly. You have a clear roadmap with concrete recommendations categorized by impact on the security of your customer environment. So great. What's next? As an MSP, your business benefit must be and offer strategic support, guiding your clients towards informed and an effective decision. We have been talking about this for a while now. How can the secure score help you prioritize? First, with recommendation classified by impact. Each recommendation is tagged with a potential security score, point gain in the action is implemented, a risk level assessment, and an estimated effort level, low, medium, or high. With smart filtering, ability to filter by category, identity, data, device, and application, and critically level and easy of implementation. With integrated implementation guide, yes, each recommendation is tagged with a link to documentation or an automated script to facilitate its implementation. In summary, it's a range of tool and automation already designed and ready to use, offered to you through the Secure Score. Guess what is for? To position yourself as a trusted advisor to your clients. Hey, I said this one earlier. Danik, tell me, I am not talking too much about nonsense, at least so far?
It makes perfect sense, Sebastian. Let me take the control back and let's look on the identity secure score. Here we go. So Now let's look at the difference between the secure score and the identity secure score. There's a huge difference in between those two secure score. The Microsoft secure score measure the overall security posture of your Microsoft 365 environment, covering identities, device, apps, data, and more. In contrast, the identity secure score focus only on protecting user account, things like enabling MFA, setting up conditional access, and managing authentication risk. Together, those two scores give you a complete picture to strengthen your cloud security. So that's pretty much it. Back to you, Sebastian.
Thanks again, Danik. So take back control. Here we are. Move on. What next? Last before item in our guide about the added value. I mean, bringing measurable added value to your services. First, this added value provided by SecureScore, it allows MSP to quantify, the security improvement made into client environment. This transforms security into a real indicator, easy to track and communicate. Oh, my mouse is just kidding. And an example of measurable added value, you, the MSP, with integration into your managed service offering, by example, integrating the Secure Score into our governance services, with weekly or monthly monitoring of the score in a managed cybersecurity offering, or again, with an executive report, a weekly or monthly opportunity to meet with the decision makers to help them to understand the security issue. In summary, you are able to deliver a message based on concrete action, which translate into measurable actions. It is therefore possible for you to demonstrate your added value as an MSP. A message from Microsoft, this time for the MSP customer. With Secure Score, the customer can see the tangible benefits of your services. Each point earned represents a reduction of risk, better protection of their data, and greater peace of mind for their business. So great. Next one. How does Secure Score make value visible? Quite simple, by tracking score change over time, before and after the MSP intervention. This allows you to visualize the progress made and the next task to plan. In short, the added value you bring through your different services offering, particularly by Microsoft Secure Score and Defender for Cloud, will highlight your strategic role as an MSP in the ongoing security management for your client. Danik, do you have any additional explanation you could show us about the secure progress tracking feature?
Yes, it's explanation time. And also, my last slide. So here we go. Let me switch this. So both Secure Score and Identity Secure Score let you export a report in CSV format. Each action is tied to a specific product, which make it easy to show your client when the security gaps are and how to improve it. You can justify enabling certain license or feature. You can suggest targeted improvement plan. Back up your recommendation with concrete personalized data. From there, you can use a powerful tool like Copilot to create reports that clearly show to your clients security posture. That's pretty much it for me, Sebastian. So the floor is yours for the grand final.
Good. Thanks a lot again, Danik. So again, just take the control back. Voila, perfect. So number 5 and the final item in our guide about plans and licenses. The part we always keep for last. First, we must remember that using Microsoft Secure Score is free. Remember its definition. Secure Score is a dashboard that allows you to monitor and improve security by identifying vulnerabilities and providing recommendations for corrective action, all based on the famous security posture, which is powered by Defender. Where we are, perfectly that. So Um, it's when we activate additional feature where cost will be engaged, either through a solution, in other words, SKU, or services, as with Azure. When we talk about solution for Microsoft 365 with Defender to address software as a service needs, such as workload, like Microsoft 365 identity, device, and application. SKU are then available individually or packaged. I mean, through larger SKUs such as Business Premium, ME3, or ME5, billable monthly or annually. You will, of course, find all this information in the webinar with our colleague Sylvain last June this year. So just take back about that. Another one, as far as we are concerned for our presentation today with Azure, with services called Defender for Cloud to address the infrastructure as a service, me, and the platform as a service, or even multi-cloud needs with its basic feature, which are free, call it CSPM fundamental portion. In other words, the core portion of the cloud security posture management, and the upper layer, where is my mouse? Yes. And the upper layer, which is paid. Call it CSPM Defender portion, the management purpose, all billed monthly or by usage, pays as you go. Not to be confused with the security solution, call it Defender for Server. I just play with the color here. You will see the difference between Defender for Cloud and Defender for Server. They are different. The Defender for Server is a solution provided threat detection and advanced defense, all for Windows and Linux servers, whether they are in Azure, in a private cloud, or on premise. This solution is offered in two different plans, Plan 1 and Plan 2. Okay, I need to admit it here. The branding. There is still a lot of room for improvement from Microsoft, from my personal point of view, for sure. It's frankly not easy. We will cover all of that during our training tomorrow. But let's take a look on this from another angle to make it easier to understand only for today for the webinar. Regarding license, in the SKU family, well, it's a range of solution, in other words, SKUs or SKU, pardon me for my English, to protect Microsoft 365, such as Defender for Business, Defender for Endpoint, Defender for Office, and Defender for Identity. Regarding Azure services, such as Microsoft Defender for Cloud, it's to protect your Azure cloud resource and application by detecting threat remediation and vulnerability and improving your security posture through automated recommendations. We can see the difference better here. The former deal with the solution, while the latter covers services. Let's focus on the famous services portion of Azure. We see that it is also divided in two. As we highlight in the previous slide, pardon me, here we are. The first segment, the cloud security posture management, called fundamental portion, is free. The second segment, here we are. The management portion of the CSPM. This paid per resource per month in pays-as-you-go model. Here the price is about Canadian. Sure. Finally, let's take a quick look to Azure Solutions. That is the product called Defender for Server. Here I know we are straying a bit from our main webinar mission, but it's important to know that they are complementary product. So here, the Defender for Server, there are two protection plan available. We have include small screenshot here, just a quick browse what available. As for server with plan 1 at $6 per month, this guy here, and the plan 2 at $19, $20 per month, pardon me. And for container and database, there is a lot of other services. A footnote here, as we have probably mentioned a few times, tomorrow during the training, we will take a more in-depth look at these licenses. So you must be there tomorrow. Aha. The conclusion. Here we are in the final stretch. The end is coming. Ladies and gentlemen, just hold down. Be on the edge for our event and news through the event page, where you can see our upcoming event, including training, webinar, and workshop. So you are not yet registered for the training for tomorrow, click or scan the QR code about that, so you will be at the right place. With our newsletter, stay tuned and get the information in advance directly into your mailbox. Yes, the upcoming event, our Azure training tomorrow, unlock the power of Azure security, best practice for Defender, and more. So tomorrow, 2 p.m. for the English person. So we'll take a more deep look about the configuration, the best practice. Danik will show a lot of information directly from the sandbox, so it will be an interactive session for sure. Yes, we need to talk about that. Our new IT support services. This is a kind of a part of the collection. Teammate, with our approach focus on expertise transfer and strengthening your team skills, we offer you a technological partnership. Our specialists are here to support you throughout the project management process. They will work with you to properly assess cost and the required license. They will explain how to deploy, configure, and secure your services. They will be your technical ally. Of course, just here, let's take a look at the service catalog. You have a multi-tenant collaboration project, a secure connection to replace an old VPN with the global secure access. You want to demonstrate the effectiveness of AVD to customer, or deploy a telephony network with Team Phone, or simply that you have an idea that you want to explore further through a proof of concept. Click or scan the QR code, and our team of specialists will be there for you with the transfer of expertise and personalized support. They are the two key words of this offer. What's next? Another call to action. Afterwards, you need additional help, a more specific scenario to evaluate. Please book a call with us, with our specialists, Sylvain for security, Diane for Copilot, and myself about Azure and operating system and software licensing. Of course, you can catch up your last webinar presentation or just redo again. So just click or scan the QR code to go into our YouTube channel. What's next about the UDMI? So through this partnership, your employee have access to the vast library or of highlight quality course can improve their skills. So also, this is where you can review our training through your IT Cloud Academy subscription. Okay, finally, the evaluation slide. This is your awaited moment. Please take a minute to complete this survey. This is so important for us. I mean, as a presenter, this is one of the way we are evaluated within IT Cloud Academy. As a distributor, this is where we can collect your feedback to know if the session was useful. This is where you can share your opinion and to tell us how we can improve our training in the future. This is your moment. So this is the conclusion. So if you need any assistance from the sale department, just drop a call or just send an email to the sale@iticloud.ca. This is the last slide. So here we are. Do we have any question in the room? I don't see anything into the chat. I don't see anything into question and answer section. Just we will wait maybe just a few seconds if someone have something to share or ask. 1, 2, 3, one time. No, okay. So this is the time where we say goodbye. Thanks a lot again to Danik for sharing his technical knowledge with us.
Thanks for the invitation, Sebastien, and thanks to everybody for joining this this webinar this afternoon. So I enjoy seeing you all tomorrow in the training.
Yes. So thank you again to all of you for your presence. I hope we will meet you again tomorrow for the training. So bye-bye now and take care. See you next time.